All right, so here we are. Here we are at week 3 of February's reset fasting for your health. And I am excited to be here. I'm excited to get on with today's message, today's training. And if you are one of the people that are participating, just make a comment in the comment sections to say hello so I'll know you're there. And otherwise, as a replay viewers, thank you for watching this video and thank you for letting me know how this is working for you. This is the week 3 of our February's reset every Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And so this week, again, we're talking about fasting. This is the National Fasting Month. And so I thought that it would be great to do a fasting. This is not a challenge, and you challenge yourself, but this is just for uh, informational purposes, so that you will understand the benefits of fasting and how it can help you to, I'm always telling you to help your body help you so that you will have better health and have a more vibrant life. And so fasting is an excellent way to help your health. Today I'll be kind of talking about weight loss because people want to know and have asked, will it help me lose weight? Some people, their concentration is about losing weight. In my last show on my Let's Get Acquainted show that I do every Thursday, where I interview someone in this whole wide world that's doing something great in the world to help other people. And we're discussing this National Fasting Month. And on this past Thursday, I talked to one of our community members, Simone Rowe, and we really were talking about the spiritual aspect of fasting and why some people do it for spiritual reasons. So, you can check out that replay to hear that conversation because it was really a great conversation about the spiritual aspect of fasting. Today, I'm going to just kind of touch on fasting and weight loss. Since that is such I know a lot of people, they have been sitting around and have spent a lot of time indoors, have spent a lot of time, not just trying to do this new that's going on in our world. And so if you're interested in this, great. Let me know how it's working for you. If you have participated for the first 2 weeks, just in the comments in the group, you're free to comment in there to let me know how's it working for you. Is this information that you want to pass on to someone else? And if that's the case, you can invite people to join the group because this training is only taking place here in the group. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna say a quick prayer uh, before I get started. So Father, I thank you right now as I prepare to give this message, this training, and for anyone that's listening, I pray that this will fall on those that need to hear it, that are desiring to hear it, that will use it to help their bodies to be in position to heal itself so that they can have better health and a more vibrant life. So God, I thank you as you speak through me and as you touch those that are listening, that they will receive it as I'm giving it, Lord God, and that it would be something that they can not only just hear it, but actually use it, try it, and see the benefits that it will have on their health. And I thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. And so I also want to start off by saying that I am not a medical professional. And if you decide to try any of these um, techniques, any of these things that I've discussed during this fasting month, there's totally up your choice. But if you're on a doctor's care or if you're on medications, make sure that you talk with your doctor first before going on any type of weight loss or fasting journey, just as a precaution for yourself. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, today I'm talking about fasting and weight loss. People want to know, is fasting good for weight loss? How long will it take to lose some weight? And these, fasting can be good for weight loss. Although we're talking about fasting for your health, and as a side effect, it's a good side effect to have weight loss, to be that type of side effect. That's a good thing. But here we're talking mainly about doing this in order to help your body to be in position to heal itself. If um, you may be overweight and it's affecting your health, and so in that case, you want to be able to shed some weight so that your body can better function. Excuse me for that. Your body can better function, and so that is good for weight loss. I wanted to say on last week I was talking about what happens when you're on a fast, what's happening in your body. And I read a comment, I read out of my book, but I read the wrong section. So I'm going to start off by reading the right section here. Uh, the right section. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Yes. And so, what happens in the body while fasting? Okay. Your insulin production, I'm reading this out of my book, um, which is You Got the Power. Oh, there we go. You Got the Power, 7 Ways to Transform Your Health and Peace. And there's a section in here that I talk about fasting from the perspective of a fast that I went on, and I discussed it in here. So this section here says your insulin production will be reduced to its base level. The body begins to feed on itself by first getting rid of dead cells, toxins, and growths that are foreign, such as scar tissue, tumors, and cancers in the body. Fat stores are next. Once the body has cleaned up the debris of toxins, dead cells, and growths, the pockets of stored fat is the next target. The human growth hormones, HGH, new stem cells begin to grow and some are regenerated. This process is known as autophagy and can reset your body. Some conditions can be improved or reversed as a result of this kind of fasting. And this is we talked about intermittent fasting. We talked about partial fasting on um, the first week. And so any type of fasting is going to, if you fast 12 hours or more, it's going to take your body into autophagy. And so that's when the body will begin to deal with some of those fats that's been stored up in your cells. But it's not the first thing. It's not the first thing that is going to deal with. But if you fast long enough, it will begin to deal with those stores of fat that have been difficult to get rid of in your body, from your body. So thank you, Annette, for coming in the from uh from the Bronx, New Bronx. How you say that? From the Bronx, New York. I have an aunt that lives there. But thank you so much. And I'm her namesake, Hillary. So um yeah, so autophagy is a really great thing. But you have to be on the fast at least 12 hours or more. And we've been doing 3 days of fasting. And it's your choice to choose whichever 3 days works for you, works for your lifestyle. So yes, you can lose weight. How long will it take, and how much weight you're going to use? That's all determined by each individual. So if you want to, check your weight before you get started, make sure you check your weight before you get started, and then at the end, I wouldn't say every day trying to jump on the scale, but at the end to check your weight again, then you can see how it worked for you. Or else, you can look at your body and tell what's going on. And you say, can something happen in 3 days? Yes, something could happen in 3 days. Absolutely. So you want to check your body weight before and after. So then I want to go on to the next thing is, unless you have any questions about this autophagy or anything about weight loss, you can put it in the comments and I will address it from there. The next thing that I have, since I'm not seeing any questions, is what to eat when fasting. Now, the body needs vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients to stay healthy. And generally the body receives that from the food that you eat, the foods and things that you drink. That's how it receives it. So foods to eat while you're fasting, you know, technically, unless you're just on a water fast where you're not actually eating anything, where you're going to be drinking water, and you want to be drinking clean water, good water. I mean, when I say clean water, some people, um, I don't really get so much into water today, but there are different kinds of water, and so what's best for you, you want to just make sure that you drink enough water, is what I want to say right here. And enough water, I put a post in the group saying what is enough water. That we have the rule that says you should take your weight divided by 2, and that's the number of ounces of water you should drink per day. Take your body weight divided by 2, and then that number represents the number of ounces of water you should drink on a daily basis. The thing I put in the group was that you can tell by looking at your urine once you have gone to the bathroom. If your urine is dark colored, you're dark yellow, you are in a dehydrated state. You need to drink more water. You want to have your urine should be like a pale yellow, you know, that lets you know you're drinking enough water. So it's a real simple task to just take a look back. Some people do their business and they keep right on going. But during the 3 days, take a look back. Even past the 3 days, take a look back and see. Let that be something that you do on an ongoing basis, just to check yourself, if you're drinking enough water or not. And of course, you feel thirsty, drink water, but you want to stay hydrated because your body is made up of 70% or more of water. And we're talking about your skin, your organs, your cells, your all of us. It's not just me, it's not just you, it's everybody. So it's so important to drink water, to drink enough water. And so that's one way to check, or you can do that test, or take that equation to take your weight divided by 2, and then drink that number of ounces per day. And it may seem like, oh my God, that's a lot of water. So, you want to do your best. You want to work at it. You may have to work up to it, especially if you're not a water drinker. You may have to work your way up to it. And that's something that you can do, challenge yourself to do, because you're doing it for your health. And you need to do it even when you're not fasting. You need to drink enough water. And so the next thing I have here is coffee and tea. Some people say, oh man, but if you can drink black coffee, I'm not a black coffee drinker, but if you can drink black coffee, then you can have coffee. Tea, if you start putting stuff in it, that's when, while you're fasting, that can take you off for the fast. This is especially if you're just doing a liquid fast, a water fast, you know, um, and you're trying to stay that autophagy is also known as getting into ketosis for those that do the keto diet. But even besides doing the keto diet, when you fast that 12 hours or more, your body goes into ketosis. And if you want to stay in ketosis, then you're not consuming calories. You're not consuming food, something that's going to take you out of ketosis, take you out of that I like to say out of that repair mode, regeneration mode, back into it would take you back into digestive mode, because then your body has to deal with the food products that you're bringing to the body, and that will take you off that type of fast. But if you're on a fast like intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day fasting, which is a version of intermittent fasting, well, you're going to be eating foods, but you're only eating it during a certain window of time, and then allowing your body otherwise to go into that repair mode, that regeneration mode. So then they say you can also have diluted apple cider vinegar. It doesn't sound that great, but this is something that you have to watch out if you have high blood pressure. Diluted apple cider vinegar can help to reduce your blood pressure, but or excuse me, it's one of those things that can help reduce your blood pressure. Um, let's see. Excuse me. Had to get my water. Sorry about that. But apple cider vinegar can help to reduce your blood pressure. But apple cider vinegar, if you're anemic, it could be a problem for you because it helps to reduce your when it helps to reduce your blood pressure. You know, if you're anemic, that could be kind of a dicey kind of place. So you have to take that into consideration. That's why I said before you go on any type of fasting or weight loss regimen, you should talk to your your medical professional, your doctor, or whoever that you see as a professional medical person in your life, um, just to make sure. That's just one thing I know about apple cider vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar. I have a tendency to be anemic, but I found that dealing with the apple cider vinegar helped too, because I had a problem with the chronic cough, dealing with too much mucus. And when I drink the apple cider vinegar, it helps to keep that at bay. But I can't do it too much because I don't want it to deal with my blood to make it too low. So, for that reason, see your doctor first. Or you have to begin to doing something like this helps you to become really familiar with your body. It really helps you. I think I know it has helped me to listen to my body, to be aware of my body, because even then, you go, some people wait to ask their doctor if they're healthy or not. You're the one that lives in that body. You live in there. Your doctor doesn't live in there. You should be telling your doctor what things are going on that don't seem right. Okay, so you want to be really familiar, become familiar, more familiar than ever, by paying attention, really listening to your body. What's going on when you do this or when you try that? How is it affecting you? How is it affecting your physical self? How is it affecting your mental self? What's going on? you know Pay attention. Use this time also to pay attention to what's happening in your body. That helps you to be able, if you need to go to the doctor, to tell your doctor what's going on. All right, so that they can better help you as well. Okay. Bone broth, like if you get hungry on one of these on fasting, whether you're doing intermittent fasting or if you're doing just a plain out water fast, bone broth is another thing that can help to replenish the electrolytes that may be lost while fasting. Bone broth, you have chicken, you can get chicken bone broth, you can get beef bone broth, you can get vegetable broth, you know, but just sipping on that, warm it up, sipping on that, that can help you to make it through to the next phase. So don't beat yourself up if you feel like you need to do that, if you're feeling weak or something of that nature. So those are some things that can help you. Now also, while you're fasting and you're doing the intermittent or you're doing the 1 meal a day fasting, you can uh, you can eat. They suggest avocados, potatoes. Now we have an issue, when it comes to white potatoes. They'll say you shouldn't eat it, but everything is in um, can I say, watching how much you eat. And when you're talking about potatoes, we're not talking about French fries, fried potatoes. Sweet potatoes are better for you. So if you like sweet potatoes, it's a good thing to have. Cruciferous vegetables. That's like broccoli, broccolini. What's that white thing? I hardly ever eat that. What do they call that white thing? Cauliflower, cauliflower, spinach, kale. Some of these cruciferous vegetables, they're good for you, as well as eating. Explore vegetables. If you're not a real veggie eater, or try. This is a great time to try some of the different type of vegetables, maybe that you've never tried before. I found a great way for me that I tried and have tried different vegetables was roasting vegetables. I found out I love roasted vegetables. And one vegetable that I know is really good for you, and that's a cruciferous vegetable as well, and that is Brussels sprouts. And I thought, oh, I tried to eat those things, but I didn't like it. It was too bitter. Then I tried it was let me put it in a smoothie. Just wrecked my smoothie. It just made it way too bitter. And I said, I don't know what to do. I know this is good, and I really want to add it to the foods that I eat, but it's not working for me. But I went out to dinner, and they had Brussels roasted Brussels sprouts, and I said, well, let me try it. And oh my God, I fell in love with Brussels sprouts. That made me say, what? Let me try some other things. And I'm telling you, sometimes you have to try things, maybe try it different from the way that you grew up. Just some people will say, well, I don't like it because the way my mama cooked it, and it was like this or like that. Try some things a different way. And one thing about when you roast vegetable, it's so simple. You just put some olive oil on it, a little salt and pepper, and that's it. And what that does, it helps to bring out the sweetness of that vegetable. It is amazing. It's a great way to try to consume different vegetables, maybe that you wouldn't normally eat. Like I even roasted beets. Being anemic, they tell you should eat beets, and I was like, I never liked beets. I've tried to do beets. So again, that's another vegetable that I said, I'm gonna conquer this thing. And I thought, let me put it in the oven and roast it. Oh, winner. I absolutely love that as well. So that's one way of getting more vegetables in you. Then you want to eat fish or seafood. Yes, it's all in the seasonings. Absolutely. I wanted to get some, and I haven't actually seen it, and that's roasted. Um, I think they call it roasted. Uh, oh man, what is the? hmm, You got ginger, and what's that other um, root that's good for you? Turmeric, roasted turmeric. I think that was it, but I haven't actually seen it. But it's good too to help season up your foods without using too much salt. Okay, so yeah, you can get creative. Get creative, and that'll help you to try different things. That's really what I'm getting at here. You can eat fish and seafood, different types of seafood, whole grains, nuts, seeds. And then one thing that I have to conquer is fermented foods. Fermented foods are good for your gut to help the good bacteria in your gut. And so that's like eating sauerkraut or I'm not sure what other would be. Oh, kimchi, but that's still dealing with cabbage and other kind of seasonings. But dealing with fermented foods, that's something to try as well because it's your gut will absolutely love it. It helps to clean it up and good food for the good bacteria. That's what you want. So if you don't have any questions there, I want to move on to our fast for the week. And our fast for this week is the one meal a day, which is OMAD, which is really another form of intermittent fasting. Now, this last week we were doing intermittent fasting. You have the different types are it's a restricted time restricted fast, meaning that you have a window of time that you eat. Outside of that window of time, you're fasting, and that's during the time that you're drinking water, coffee, or tea, and you try to really stick with it there. If you need to, you can sip on you some bone broth to help you through. Okay, so you can do the 8 hours window, meaning during an 8 hour period, that is the time where you would eat, and you can pretty much have whatever you want. But you want to try to go with those foods that are good for you. You want to go with those foods that God made. If you think of it like that, you'll think more fruits and vegetables, even the fish and seafood and stuff like that, versus man made stuff. If you can kind of keep that in mind, did God make this or did man make this? That may help you. That may help you as far as your choices are concerned. So they have this. People will do 8 hours and then they'll fast for 16. You may do 12 hours and then fast for 12. Now you got to know that part of that time you're going to be sleeping. Okay. uh, Even trying to fast, another thing that helped me and it helps a lot of people to get into it is while you're fasting, while you're sleeping, you're in a fasted mode. Okay, and you should be getting at least they say you should get at least 8 hours of sleep to allow your body the time. Sorry about that. That's never happened. To give your body time to do the repair and regeneration that it needs to do. Okay, so you can try to extend that time up when you wake up to say, okay, I'm going to extend this time that while I was sleeping, that I was in fasted mode, and I'm going to extend it to maybe 10 o'clock. See if I can extend it to 12 o'clock and eat after that time. It's all up to you, depending on what would be a stretch for you to try to hold on to that fasted mode that your body is in before you start eating. And you can gauge it by, are you hungry? Really listening to your body to see if you're hungry. You may find when you're really paying attention, you say you eat at 8 o'clock every morning, but you may pay attention while you're in the fasted mode that at 8 o'clock you don't really feel hungry. Go with that. 9 o'clock, I still don't really feel hungry. You make it 10 o'clock, make it, and you feel okay. Now I'm feeling like I could eat something. That's your body telling you, okay, we can pull back from the fasted mode, and they send a signal that lets you know you want to eat something. Pay attention. Use this time to really listen to your body. What is your body saying to you? Get in partnership. Get in partnership with your body because your body wants to keep you healthy. Your body is the way God got us all set up, is intended to help us be healthy and to stay healthy so that we can live a more vibrant life. It's going to help you to have more energy, more clarity of mind. It can help to reduce it or otherwise reverse some conditions that you may have been dealing with in your body just by not eating so much. If you're on an intermittent fast or even this one meal a day, and what you eat is up to you. But again, use that gauge to say, is this made by God or is this made by man? During this time, do I want to eat this or that? What's my choice? That may help you. And make sure you're drinking enough water. Very, very important. Whether you're on a fast or not, to drink enough water. So the OMAD, they call it OMAD, one meal a day, is you can think of it as manipulating how your body finds and uses fuel. And I went through that. I'll read it again about what's happening in your body while you're fasting. And so there was a research done by Francois Wilhelmi de Toledo. He was a founder of the Medical Association of Fasting and Nutrition. And he showed how people who fasted for 4 to 21 days observed significant reduction in weight, abdominal circumference. We all can stand that. And even blood pressure, reduction in blood pressure. And so this is just something that I want to help you, to help your body and get in a place where you're really listening and paying attention and become more aware of the signals your body's sending you. A lot of times it's not based on signals, it's just based on habit, that we do certain things, that we eat certain things, just habit. So as you begin to really pay attention to the signals that your body is sending you, you may find out, oh man, even when I got hungry, after I ate a few bites, my body really felt like it was satisfied. Hmm. Man, I just been shoving food in there. I just been shoving food in there because just not paying attention to the signals that my body's sending me at all. So this is a great time to become aware, more aware. So the fast is for 3 days from between now and next Sunday, because on Monday will be the final training. 3 days that of your choice. I've chosen for each week to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But depending on your lifestyle and what's best for you or what's easiest for you, you can choose that. And then we're doing the OMAD, 1 meal a day. Or if that seems like that's just too much for you, you can continue with the intermittent fasting, meaning you would choose that window of time, 8:16, meaning there's an 8-hour window. Say you choose, I'm going to eat at 10 o'clock, between 10 and 6 p.m. And that's fine. And you can eat whatever you want, but make good choices. Drink enough water. Okay. Um, or you may say 12 to 8. Outside of those times, you're not eating. You should be drinking water. You may want to squeeze a little lemon in your water, lemon juice, that maybe that'll help if you're having issues about it. Just drinking plain old water is just too much. you know, you don't want to put sweet stuff in it, but maybe squeeze a little lemon juice, maybe put a little, you can cut up cucumbers or, that help to infuse your water, make it a little more appealing to you, but don't put sugar and honey and stuff like that in there, because you want to be in ketosis. You want your body to be able to be in that place of repair and regeneration during the time that you're not eating. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if there are any questions. If you do have questions, you can put it in the comments. And as I see the comments, as I see the questions, I will address them in the group. So that's pretty much it. But I wanted to read, excuse me, I wanted to read one more time about what's happening in the body while you're fasting. Because it helped me to understand what's going on, and especially even for those with diabetes, this helps to deal with the insulin, but again, you should consult your medical professional before going on any fast or weight loss journey. Here we go. What happens in the body when fasting? Your insulin production will be reduced to its base level. The body begins to feed on itself by first getting rid of dead cells, toxins, and growths that are foreign, such as scar tissue, tumors, and cancers in the body. Fat stores are next, and that's what we want to get to. Once the body has cleaned up the debris of toxins, dead cells, and growths, the pockets of stored fat is the next target. The human growth hormones, the HGH, new stem cells, begin to grow and some are regenerated. This process is known as autophagy and can reset your body. Some conditions can be improved or reversed as a result of this kind of fasting. So, help your body help you to have better health, boost your immunity, help your boost your vitality, help your clarity of mind, help you to have more energy, help your sleep. You have to have better quality sleep. All of these things are possible through fasting. So again, thank you so much. This is week 3. We have one more week to go, one more training, and that will be on the 28th, the next Monday at the same time, 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern, and we'll go through that, and that'll put you in the first week of March. After that first week of March, all the videos will come down, and they'll be available for purchase or as part of my programs. Okay, so I the replays right now are in the group. If you have not seen training 1 or 2, they are in the group. You can go at your leisure and watch those as well. And all of the information again is, these are done for informational purposes, educational purposes. If you choose to go on these different types of fasts, you do them, based on your own uh, awareness that this is something that you want to do or try. So thank you so much. I will see you in the group. Have a wonderful day. Father, I just pray for all of those that will hear these videos in Jesus' name, that there will be something that you can use, news that you can use, something that you will make a part of your lifestyle to be fasted throughout the year. And so, God, I thank you and I just give you praise right now for these being effective and helpful in Jesus' name. And you all have a wonderful rest of the day.